Earlier today, Fierce Biotech unveiled its 2025 Fierce 15 list, highlighting private companies making a difference across the biotech industry. Joining me now is Gabrielle Mason. She's the senior editor at Fierce Biotech. Gabrielle, welcome to the New York Stock Exchange.
Thank you so much for having me.
So excited to have you here. So tell me, what is the Fierce 15?
Okay, so every year we pick 15 private biotechs, and we look at companies that are really developing new therapeutics that have high unmet needs. So in short, rising stars in the biotech industry.
All right. What are some of them doing? Like, why are they being recognized for this list?
Yeah, so essentially, we look at the companies that we think are really on the cutting edge of innovation, and that's from cancer to neurodegenerative disease across a wide spread of different diseases. And these are companies that have validated science. They either have partnerships with a big pharma, maybe they have a diverse and strong leadership team, and then they also are really patient-centric.
And so what are some of them doing that stands out to you that's extraordinary?
Yeah, so a great example would be Character Biosciences. They are using an AI genetics-based platform, and they're using it to develop new eye therapies. And so those will treat eye disease and potentially prevent vision loss, which is huge. Some other examples would be two of our companies are looking to reset or reprogram the immune system. Another company is going after, they're trying to make more tolerable, stronger cancer treatments for ovarian and breast cancer. So things that we have immense need for.
All right. And are some of these companies utilizing AI, or how are these companies utilizing AI? I should rather ask.
Yes. So they definitely are. Yeah. I mean, more and more biotechs are incorporating AI. A lot of them use them at the drug discovery phase. And you can also use them to speed up clinical trials, to data screen. But thus far, we do not have an entirely AI designed drug to make it to market yet. So nothing has gained approval. So that's something that the industry is kind of, we're watching, we're waiting.
Well, yeah, I mean, with FDA approvals, right, I know that it's that can be a hurdle to actually bringing these medications to market. How are companies navigating that?
Well, I think we're still kind of in the wait and see period in clinical trials. So obviously the requirements are still the same for, AI designed drugs to, prove efficacy or prove whatever they need to prove in phase 1, 2, 3 clinical trials. So it still really remains to be seen, and I think we'll know a lot more when there is an approval or, a rejection of what they're looking for.
And I know some of these companies that you're featuring are US, Canada, and across the US, Canada, and Europe. What trends are you seeing globally in biotech space?
Yeah, so globally, there's a lot changing. It's an extremely dynamic space always, but especially now with kind of, geopolitical changes. And so we see a lot of innovation coming out of China, and we see a lot of biotech and big pharma companies licensing deals out of China. So we have those drugs, we have that innovation, we develop it here then. And a lot of companies are going to do that now before, other changes may occur.
All right, and how do you pick the honorees?
So, great question. We have hundreds of nominees, all the time, but we don't just choose from nominations. We take a look at the nominations and see if any, fit our criteria of validated science and diverse leadership. But overall, it's who has caught our attention, who we think is really at the, up and coming in our industry. And so it takes quite a bit of research, and these are extremely vetted nominees,
and
honorees.
No,
you're good.
And what stands out about this year's list?
So this year's list, I think it comes at such a interesting time. 2025 the biotech market biotechs have been enduring a bear market for years. And so 2025 was kind of supposed to bring, some normalization. That hasn't occurred. It's added more volatility to an already volatile industry. And so I think this list is so important this year because all of our honorees, they're extremely resilient, and they give us a reason to hope. Biotech at the end of the day doesn't stop because their mission is so important. It's to create new drugs for people and patients in need. So at the end of the day, that innovation isn't stopping, even though the market is wildly volatile.
Well, with that being said, I know this is an annual list, but is there anything especially like poignant or important about the list this year?
Yeah, I think the list is always important, but I think especially this year we've expanded into more indications beyond maybe rare disease or cancer. We're looking especially at these diseases that have been underserved. And so these are patients, we're zeroing in on patients that maybe haven't had a new treatment in decades or don't have a treatment at all. So I would say that's really important.
All right, Gabrielle Mason, Senior Editor at Fierce Biotech, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Staying on